Welcome back to the Friday Night Sports Show. I'm joined for the last time this year by Sally Bywater to discuss the grand final day in the KNT Netball Association, and it was a pretty big result in the A grade. Sally, welcome. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and glad to be back for our last time.
Last time of the year as we review grand final action, and we'll start out in the A grade. And well, we probably didn't quite see this result coming at the start of finals, but the writing was on the wall after the qualifying final 2 weeks ago. It was Penola taking down Keith pretty easily in the end, 51-28. They beat them 58-36 2 weeks ago, so they really just flexed their muscles in the finals, did Penola, after Keith finished on top, a game and a half clear of them. You were there. How did this game go, Sally?
Yeah, it was just one of those games that, unfortunately Keith weren't quite matched up well to Penola, and Penola just came out flying and had a great start and were 10 goals up at quarter time. Emily Richardson did suffer an injury in that first quarter, so that unsettled Keith's lineup a bit as well, which didn't help them. But the defensive pressure was strong by Keith, but they just couldn't quite match Penola's strength in the goals. But much better. I went down by 5 goals in the second quarter, so came back a bit, and that was quite good. And the third quarter was the best quarter, 8 goals also. A very tight defensive game there by both teams, and Keith matching it up with Penola, but again, finishing off strong with an 8-goal last quarter win, so 51-28, and they were the premiers for 2023, and well-deserved as they had been one of the strongest teams all year.
Well, there you have it, and April Possingham was dominant, putting 35 goals on the board, and it really looks like it was pretty much done and dusted at quarter time. The middle 2 quarters, Penola only won by 5 in the second quarter, like you said, and then broke even in the third quarter, but 14-4 in the first quarter. Keith clearly just were a bit rattled. Maybe it was the game plan, maybe it was that injury rattling them a bit, but Penola clearly came out hard and fast, and really looks like they had it won by quarter time.
Absolutely, and as you've just spoken on, April Possingham shooting 35 of their goals, and Keith actually had 41 attempts for the game, so that just proves how dominant Penola were in this game.
Well, there we have it. Penola premiers in the KNT A grade. Congratulations to all of them. And Brooke Clem, best on ground for the day, winning the medal. So congratulations to her and all of her Penola teammates and everyone involved. And congratulations to Keith as well. Making the grand final is no easy feat in itself. So they weren't good enough on the day, but nevertheless, a very good effort to get there. We'll run through our other grades as well. In the A reserves, it looks like it was an absolute cracker, and I bet the crowd at Narracourt were up and about for this one, as Narracourt won this one 51-49, so Penola unable to get the A reserves double there, as Narracourt spoiled their party but gave their home fans something to cheer about.
Yeah, an absolute cracker of a game here, 51-49, as you've said. So each team did take a little while to settle in this game to get some strong, clean play, but Penola came out stronger in this game. They were 15-10 up at quarter time, so they really caught Narracourt unaware, but Narracourt dominant in that second quarter, winning 17-10 to take a 2-goal lead into half-time, and then, just a fantastic second half, which there was nothing separating them because it was an even second half. So it was really that second quarter that set up for Narracourt, and winning the third quarter by 3 and Penola winning the last quarter. They were fighting back and ran out of time in the end, so that's probably Narracourt were quite happy with that, especially on a hot day that it was. So a great effort here by Narracourt, who were one of those top sides all season.
All right, well done to Narracourt, and like I said, their home fans must have been up and about for that one. In the B grade, it was Penola securing another premiership here, beating Border Districts 39-32. Looks like this one was a really tight game as well. Penola opened up a bit of a lead early, but Border Districts came back, and then everything tightened up, just 7-5 in the final quarter. So that defence and those tired legs must have really taken over.
Absolutely. I actually umpired this game, and it was just a really good game to be a part of because it was so close. And obviously Penola did get that 5-goal jump in the first quarter. They did suffer an injury to their centre, who was the association best and fairest, so that unsettled Penola's lineup a bit, but they still got that win, which was great to see. So they were 6 goals up at half-time, and then Border Districts came back in the third quarter, won that by 2, which was great to see. But, just a very defensive game, and the shooting percentage was quite down because, Penola had 70 goal attempts and Border Districts 56. So at the end of the day, it was who got that ball in the ring most.
did very well to fight through that adversity. So well done to Penola on the B grade premiership to go with the A grade, and Jade Lithgow best on ground in that one. And just backtracking to the A reserves, it was Grace Collins best on for Naracoorte for that premiership. And as we look to the C grade, Penola, once again, a third premiership for the day over Mundalla, 32-25. Another tight game here, and Penola broke away in the last quarter, just 2 goals in it at three-quarter time.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a great game, low-scoring game, so it was a very nervous start by both teams, keeping that score low in that first quarter, which Penola won 5-3. So only 8 goals scored for the quarter, which just shows how much the nerves were showing on all these ladies out there. They took advantage of the rebound opportunities in the second and really fought hard. Mundalla fighting hard in the third quarter and winning that quarter, so that was great for them. But, couldn't quite lift in that last quarter when the tide bodies started to come in. It was a really hot day last Saturday, so these girls were struggling a bit in the heat. But, great game here by Penola to get that win, who only lost their first game 2 weeks ago against Mundalla, so they were the dominant side all season.
Alrighty, congratulations to Penola in that one. Tiana Schmidt named best on there. And if we look over to the juniors now, in the junior Division 1, it was Kingston over Penola, 42-38.
Yeah, there's a lot of support for both these teams on this game. It was a really good game, this one. This is like a lot of great juniors on display. So Kingston had a 1-goal slender lead at quarter time, so they started really well. And even second and third quarter, so only 1 goal in it at three-quarter time. So we were just set up for a great last quarter, which Kingston ended up winning by 3 to get that 4-goal win. But all over the court, there were some great matchups, which was great to see. And these juniors are really talented. So a fantastic win here by Kingston to go back-to-back premiers.
Yeah, I've got the quarter-by-quarter scores here in that one. Kingston won the first quarter 11-10, and then the second and third quarter were both 10 apiece. So very, very consistent game there, but then Kingston winning the fourth quarter 11-8 to secure that 4-goal win. So very, very tight game there, and well done to Kingston. Good to see them securing one of these premierships. And in the Division 2 juniors, it was Border Districts over Keith, 47-35.
Yeah, great win here by the boys. That was the first game of the morning at 9 o'clock last Saturday, so they were up nice and fresh and ready to go. But a great dominant win here by Borders, who were quite good all season. They won that first quarter 13-5, so really set up that game in that one. Keith not so bad in the second quarter, only going down by 2, but they won the third quarter, which was great. So at least they got that quarter win, but going down again by 5 in the last one to have that 12-goal lead. And a great game here by all Border Districts girls, and Georgina Money from Border Districts was best on court, which was fantastic to see.
Yes, well done to Border Districts and well done to Georgia Marnie best on. And in the previous game, it was Piper Stenner best on. I think we missed that one, but well done to Piper and to Georgina as well in the Div 2s. In the Div 3s, it was Kaibi in a very tight one. Naracoorte, the home team, not able to secure this premiership, but it was Kaibi Bolite 39 over Naracoorte 36. Very, very tight one here.
Great game again. That's exactly what we like to see, these close games. And as in most games, it takes both teams a little bit to settle, but Kylie really gained a good advantage in the first quarter, winning that 16-8, so an 8-goal lead at quarter time, which really set them up because then it was a fight back from Naracoorte for the rest of the game. They won the second quarter by 3 before Kylie win the third quarter by 2, but Naracoorte, again, probably ran out of time in the end, so they won the last quarter by 4 to only go down by 3, but a great game on display by all these girls, which was fantastic to see.
And Georgie Midwinter best on court in the Div 3 Grand Final. And finally in the 13 and unders, it was Bordertown taking down Kaibi 35-27. So once again, a pretty close game here, and Emma Twigden best on court.
Yeah, great day here by our juniors, now 13 and under 8. So the majority of these were playing in their first grand final. So as we would expect, a few nerves out on the court. But Kaibi really contesting well in this game, only being down by 2 at quarter time. Bordertown had a really strong second quarter, going up by 5. So they were 7 goals up at half time. So that was basically the margin at the end. So second half by both clubs. And yeah, Bordertown remain undefeated for the year, which is very exciting for them.
All right, thank you very much, Sally. By my count, that is 21 preview/review shows we've had you on for now this year, and that is KNT Netball done and dusted for another year. So thank you very much for your contributions to the Flow Winter Friday Night Sports Show this year, and hopefully we've got our fingers crossed that we'll have you back next year.
Sounds great. It's been a pleasure to be here again this year. It's a fantastic radio station, so well done on your behalf as well.
Thank you very much, Sally. And we're back here in the studio, myself and Ellis Gelios, as we get towards our second hour almost. And Ellis, what a massive first hour that was.
Absolutely huge, Dan. Whenever it's the pilot show or the premiere show or the first show back, it always feels like it's a mammoth one. And that certainly was a big 60 minutes. Huge second hour coming up as well. We're going to be speaking with Big Brucey Phillips. It's the first time I've spoken to him since the autumn months, and he had a lot to say, as many listeners might be aware. Big Bruce loves the segment here on the Flow Friday Sports Show. We'll check in with him about all things River Murray Football League. He's pretty confident that we're going to get a close game there. Maipolonga up against Jervois, so keen to see how that one goes in the A grade. That's coming up at the end of our second hour, but there's some other things happening too. I'll cross into Hume to chat with Phil Buffler about Hume footy. What can we expect from your side of the ledger, Dan?
We've got Craig Dorr, Big Dory, covering Barossa Light and Gawler football. Some very, very big finals to review. And Rolly Day covering Mid-Southeast as well. So plenty of football still going on, even though we're not technically in the winter sports show anymore.
Absolutely. Well, to get us going when we return, it'll be Carla Fletcher talking all things Hume Netball with that grand final this weekend. Can Osborne live up to expectations, or will How Long put a bit of a spanner in the works? That is to come. We'll see you on the other side of these messages. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM.